morning, guys. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I had a nice weekend. I got to go to the pumpkin patch again and pick some pumpkins and go to the farm stand and see the little baby cows and the little baby goats. And I have a newfound love for farm animals. I've not seen farm animals up close in quite some time, I don't know, probably ever. I'm sure I've passed some farm stands as a kid, but I don't remember it, so they were really adorable to be able to see. Anyway, I'm already at work today. I spent the rest of the weekend laboriously cutting out all of the lamination that I had to do and starting off my activities for Fun Fair because my Kryptonite gems did come, so I'm doing 33 a day until Friday so that I have all 200 finished. Or like high 100s, almost 200s territory. And then I still have to crochet hacky sacks and make the cornhole activity with the superheroes. But I'm really optimistic about that, so that'll get done. And then today I'm just setting up for my Go Away Big Green Monster. We are going to make big green monsters today with my groups. And then also the other groups are going to be playing the candy grab game. I have all of my candy pieces, which, to be honest, I didn't actually cut all of the pieces out. I just cut out some of them. I still think I have like 6 pages of candy that should have been cut out, but I think there should be enough. So I have these, and then I have the cards, and like I said last week, I think I have 24 cards for each category. So I have 24 WH, 24 yes, no, 24 like problem solving, what would you do type questions. Sorry, I'm blanking, it's early. And then I have the actual cards that tell you what pieces to take. They are also kind of following direction cards. So this is take 1 green lollipop, and then I also have an image for some of the kids that maybe can't read or are low readers. They can use the pictures to figure out what pieces to take. If you do have a child that's working on following directions, you can actually have them pick the card and hand it to you, and you'll read it to them. So it's auditory directions, or you can have them look at the card and try to read it, and then put it down and see if they can remember it. And like I said, this would be like a 1-step direction. And then I have 2 and 3-step also with like more candy pieces. And then the healthy apple cards is, I think it's like 1 and 2 pieces that they have to put back. I don't exactly remember. Let's see if I can find them in here, in my pile. I don't know. Oh, here they are. Like, this is healthy apple slices. Put 2 pieces of candy back. And then they would just have to put some candy back, and then whoever has the most candy at the end would win the game, I guess, if that's how you guys want to play. But yes, these are all of the cards that I have, so it is a pretty big stack, so it's going to be really helpful. You kind of have to pick and choose, though, depending, like if you have kids that are just doing WH questions, you might just want to use a WH deck so you can get as many trials in as possible. But these are that. That's all set. I will show you my Go Away Big Green Monster activity and let you know kind of how we're going to handle that. Here is my felt board and my monster pieces. So what we're going to do is we are going to read the story, and then I'm going to have them help me retell the story with our felt board pieces. So they are going to get to make the monster on the felt board, and then I actually have the pieces for them to recreate it, and they'll just have to color in the mouth red because it did print out white. I initially was going to try to have the teeth print out separately, and I think that would be a good idea. I just didn't have any red construction paper that I could find, so we're going to make do with what we have. So they will get to make their own monsters, and then I think moving forward for the rest of this week, I'm going to have them make their very own monsters with like their own colors, and then we're going to put Go Away Big, I don't know, purple monster or whatever they pick. And I think that'll be fun to have some storybook characters that aren't the big green monster. So that is that, and that is everything that I have for my groups today, and I will check in with you in a little bit to let you know how it's going. Hey friends, it is the end of the day already. I feel like my Mondays always end up flying by super fast. My Go Away Bakery Monster activity, oh dear, I'm dropping stuff. My Go Away Bakery Monster activity went over super well with the little kids. They did really good with sequencing the story and kind of answering WH questions, identifying body parts on your, or identifying facial features. So that was a big hit. The candy game is huge, and I'm definitely going to start to try to make more games like that where it's all-inclusive, where we can do articulation and language, just because my language kids love it, and it's such an easy way to target things like following directions because it's part of the game to where it's not giving them commands, and this way they're doing it without realizing it, and I'm getting way better data, and kids are also doing a much better job following the directions. I've even done so much as expanding the utterances where they have to tell me what pieces they need, so they'll say, I need a green lollipop, I need a yellow gummy bear. I might do it for some of my younger kids with requesting. I might have them look at the picture card and then tell me what they need, and then this way they're asking for it. And we can kind of get in some of those goals as well. I just think it's probably one of my favorite games or activities that I've made, I think, so far this year. It's definitely a big hit. It's definitely a lot of fun. And this one is Halloween centered and themed, so all of the questions are kind of based off of Halloween. But I might try to do one activity, at least one like this, for every holiday going forward, so that this way you can kind of just pull it out on a day when you've got nothing to do and it's already all included. So a lot of my kids did really well with that. A lot of my kids are absent today, which was kind of a bummer just because they missed out on the games, but I'm hoping that they'll be back later this week so we can kind of play with them. We shall see though. But yeah, about like 5 or 6 of my kids were out today, which is a little concerning because I don't like it when my friends are absent. I am going to go stuff envelopes for report cards so I can pop them in the teachers' mailboxes tomorrow morning because they do go out tomorrow. And I'm going to get started with that. I might stay after school to help my friends decorate their hallway, but I also do have to get home and do some more of my kryptonite pieces and crochet the hacky sack cornhole tossers. Hopefully it will all get done. I'm optimistic. I'm checking in with a bunch of kids. A lot of them say they are going. A lot of them are saying that they want to come on Friday, so that's always great. It's usually a pretty good turnout, so my fingers are crossed for this year that it'll be very much the same as it has been the past few years. And I'm reminding everybody to come up and meet me since my room is a little bit out of the way and kind of maybe not a room that you would necessarily, you don't pass by it, so you have to like know to come to it. So hopefully they remember because it'll be a lot of fun. But I'm going to go ahead to getting stuff in report card envelopes so those can get home because that has to get done before I leave today. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow morning before my day starts. Stuffing all of the progress reports into envelopes and the report cards. Luckily, my school just has it for students that are only speech and language. I have to print them out and send them home. If they have any other disability category or receive any other services, the case manager then just prints it all out together and sends it home. So I am just responsible for the kids that are only speech and language. So that's why it's so much smaller, because most of my kids end up having a different disability category. But now I'm going to go finish my log notes for the day because I caught up last week and I do not want to fall behind again with having to rewrite everything and just get everything in. So I'm going to go finish those and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. camera died. Hopefully we can switch out some of the stuff behind me and put up some of our monsters. I know a lot of the kids wanted to bring those things home last week. I like to have a rotating set of classwork that we can kind of display and whatnot. I did finish up all of my kryptonite things last night. My friends actually came over and helped, which I was super grateful for because, y'all, there was a lot and I never want to hear tinfoil again. Ever. My hands are still hurting. My friends' hands feel very weird. Lots of tinfoil. But we did get them all done. I do have to finish the backdrop and then assemble the actual game. And then I have to run to the dollar store and get some more things. I'm not sure if that'll be today or tomorrow. It just kind of depends on how the day goes. I'm also waiting on the library to notify me that my books have come in, because I did put a few more books on hold for next week and the few weeks coming up. That I just kind of want to look at and kind of take a peek at, but kind of all up in the air, so we shall see. Not quite sure when that's going to happen. We are going to be rotating out the artwork before I do have to cover it for Fun Fair on Friday. And then we're also going to continue on with our Trick or Treat Candy Grab game, which is one of the bigger hits of the games. I think I said that yesterday. The kids yesterday loved it, so I'm anxious to see what my kiddos today will think of it. I'm also thinking of perhaps using it with my preschoolers and my kindergartners and first graders instead of doing a different book after Go Away Big Green Monster. A lot of them are working on answering WH questions, and some of the questions are pretty easy. I can just kind of separate them. A lot of them are doing yes/no questions, and being that they're all related to Halloween, it's kind of good. Like, their questions like, should you eat candy that's already been opened, or, you know, things like that. So it's a good lesson regardless to kind of bridge into why they shouldn't eat candy that's already opened or in a non-sealed wrapper, just as a precaution. So that's what we're hopefully going to get done with today, and then I'm going to do some lesson planning for the future, because next week is kind of a hybrid week, being that Halloween is on a Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday I definitely want to do Halloween things, and then the rest of the week though I'm going to start with Thanksgiving. So I kind of need like a low-key Thanksgiving activity for Wednesday and Thursday of next week, just to kind of ease into the transition of being thankful. I do have a lot of stuff that I've got already set up for Thankgiving, but I don't have kind of an activity that half of the group can do that I wouldn't really care if the rest of them didn't get to do. So I'm going to look for one of those. I also saw a really cool idea on, I forget whose Instagram account it was, but they had used it for somebody, a custodian maybe, that had keys, and it was like a bunch of different keys, and like on each key it was written why the person was great. I think I'm going to do something like that and call them kindness keys and have kids make them and hand them out, or kindness thankful keys, and kind of discuss what being thankful means and the different things that we're thankful for, and just kind of like a pick-me-up that they can kind of give to people if they're thankful for someone. I think that might be a cute project to do, even if they just put it on a key ring and they had all of the things that they were thankful for. I think that might be nice. So definitely some stuff in the works, and I am working on a turkey activity as we speak. So hopefully it'll be really great for Thanksgiving. And who doesn't love holidays where there's lots of food and you get to be thankful for stuff? Even though Halloween is still my favorite. But Thanksgiving's a close second because I really like stuffing. So I'm going to get started on all of that, and I will check back in with you guys later on today. Hey guys, it is the end of the day right now, and I got super swamped right around lunchtime. I ended up writing up all my notes from the morning sessions, so I just finished with my last session right now. It was supposed to be a group session, but one of my students ended up being absent, and the student that I did have that was here, I actually needed to test them for their triennial coming up, so rather than play the activity, we just did the quick test, and I got a quick language sample just to kind of see where they're at. As expected, they did really, really well, so I'm not sure if they're going to continue to qualify for services, which is sad on my part, but they also have made excellent, incredible progress since I've started. So that's the ultimate goal anyway, and sometimes you just have to let your little birds fly free eventually. Right now I am going to set up some stuff just to make sure I have everything to go for tomorrow. I'm missing somehow some of my Go Away Big Green Monster templates. I'm running out of faces, so I do have to run off some more green faces at the photocopier. And then I also want to start pulling stuff for Thanksgiving for next week, just because, like I was saying, I have to find some type of activity that I can kind of segue out of Halloween into Thanksgiving with, just for the next 2 days next week, because I do still really want to do Halloween stuff up until Tuesday, since Tuesday is actually Halloween. And then kind of move forward into being thankful and giving thanks and the importance of Thanksgiving and gratitude and all of those wonderful topics that I'm going to try to instill into my friends, because sometimes we need a little bit of reminders. Sometimes some more than others. But hopefully it will all go off without a hitch. So I'm going to finish up some notes. I'm going to start looking into that. I did get a text message that all of my books are ready to be picked up from the library this afternoon, so I'll probably swing by and do that. I might make it to the dollar store, not 100% sure. I do still have a lot of prep to go home and do for Fun Fair, so I definitely want to make sure that I'm getting that done and I'm not running myself too close to the wire. I also still have to finish my Halloween costume for Fun Fair because I didn't sew it this weekend. But I'm confident that I'll get it all done, hopefully. So I'm going to go work on some of that stuff, and I'll check in with you guys before I leave today. Hello again, my friends. I am just about to skedaddle out of here, but before I left, I want to check in. My camera has been acting up. I went to film a clip about an hour ago, and the camera died with the lens out, and then it was giving me a whole lot of cannot recognize the lens reattach. So I got it to work again. Fingers crossed I don't have to send it back. That's the same issue that it was having, and I've had it for less than a week. So not quite sure, not too happy about it. But I'm going to head to the library, pick up all of my books, and then I am going to go to the dollar store and get the rest of the supplies that I will need for Fun Fair on Friday. So I will check back in with you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. I am coming at you with some books that I picked up yesterday from the library. I know I mentioned it at the end of yesterday's clips, but I did get my 4 books picked up, and I want to share them because I'm actually really excited about these books. They were just ones that I kind of just picked off the list and just wanted to take a look at, but they ended up being perfect for what I wanted to do going forward with my giving thanks and my being thankful kind of theme that I'm going to do for probably most of the Thanksgiving season. The first one is the book called Just Thankful, and it is by Eileen Spinelli, and this is a really cute book. It's a short, quick read, and there's lots of pictures. And it just kind of goes down the list of all the different things to be thankful for, like from really small to really big, and I think it'll help a lot to get children into that mindset, because I know a lot of times when you ask kids, like, oh, what are you grateful for, what are you thankful for, they'll either kind of like shrug their shoulders or they think it needs to be something really, really huge. And it doesn't. It could be something as simple as, like, I'm thankful that today is sunny, and things like that. So this is a really cute book. It's about a family, and the little girl is just talking about all the different things that she's thankful for. And then this is also a similar one, and it's called Thanks for Thanksgiving, and this is by Julie Markers. And this is also about a family, but this one goes into kind of a really quick overview of the things that they're thankful for, and this has even less words and mostly just really good illustrations that you can kind of target a lot of different things with for the kids. Like, thank you for school, I love to feel smart, thank you for music and dancing and art, and they rhyme. So it's just one of those things where it's a short, concise message to kids, and I really think the fact that they touched on school is important, because a lot of the children here, I feel like, don't enjoy school as much as one would. You know, I get every day sometimes you don't want to go to school. Like, I had those days as a kid. But I feel like by and large, a lot of the kids here, they don't like coming, and they live for the weekends, and they don't enjoy learning things. Or if you ask them, like, what their favorite subject is, they say, like, lunch or recess, which is cute to an extent, but it's kind of a theme that carries over as they get older, and we're trying to instill that love of learning in them. And it's just not, it doesn't come easily for some children, and you know, for a variety of reasons, you know, some justified and some more arbitrary. Like, I know some kids don't like to come to school because then they can't play video games and things like that, which is not a completely invalid reason, but probably not one of the better reasons. But we're trying to teach kids that, you know, being at school is fun, learning is fun, reading is fun, like all the different things that you can kind of do, and all the things that you're going to miss out on if you don't have those basic skills, and really communicating to them that lesson. So I really like that this book even spoke about school, and it's kind of just like, you know, like I said, like basic things. Like, I'm thankful for school, I'm thankful for sunny days, I'm thankful for my parents, my family, my grandparents, I'm thankful for the food that we eat, and things like that. So I think it's a good lesson because we are going to be making thankful books, kind of with nouns like person, places, and then something that they're thankful for. And I think that these two books will tie in really well with those two things. And even though they're pretty easy readers, the messages are kind of the same, so I could still use this with my older kids, and we can just kind of elaborate on that. Like, I'm thankful for school, I like to feel smart, and we can kind of dive into that. Whereas with my preschool groups and my younger kids, I probably would just kind of leave it at that, and we could just discuss, like, coming to school and how important it is to be at school, and all the things of that nature. So these two books I was really excited to see because they tied in perfectly. And then I did get two others. One is called Llama Gives Thanks, and it's by Anna Dewdney. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably one of my more favorite illustrated books is Happy Thanksgiving Biscuit, because who doesn't love a little puppy named Biscuit? I think this is adorable, and it's actually, I don't know what you would call it. I don't know if it says it on here. It's like a flap book, I guess. I don't know. Some of the flaps fold out to continue the story. So it starts off with like a little girl raking, and she's going to help set up Thanksgiving with her dog. But Biscuit kind of just gets into like all sorts of different shenanigans. But this is also a really cute book about just Thanksgiving. This one isn't so much about being thankful and all the things that they're thankful for. It's more about just like setting up for Thanksgiving and doing kind things and helping out. But it still has a really cute message. And like I said, I like the fact that the flaps open up and it kind of gives a little bit more to the story. And I think the kids will have fun with that. And with those types of things, you can definitely target, open, close, your turn, somebody else's turn. So I do like books that are kind of a little bit interactive, and I think this would be a good one for my younger kiddos. And I think the back just says, Biscuit has so much to be thankful for on his first Thanksgiving. How will he and the little girl spend this special day? Pull back the flaps to find out. And like I said, it's something cute that a lot of the kids can enjoy, probably closer to actually Thanksgiving. But that is the theme that I'm going to follow with moving forward into Thanksgiving. I know we still have about a week left of spooky stuff, which I am going to completely capitalize on, but I did want to start planning ahead, and I think that it's really important to communicate and kind of hit home on being grateful and thankful for things, not just necessarily around Thanksgiving time, but all year. But this is a good time to kind of have them like pull together and reflect and think about gratitude and having a grateful mindset and that kind of positive thinking. So I'm going to try to hopefully instill that into every single one of my children at some level, and we'll see how that works. So I'm really excited for that going forward, and also kind of talking about Thanksgiving foods and sequencing, making like a pumpkin pie or something like that I think would be really cute as well. So with that being said, I am going to dive back into my spooky stuff because I did finally photocopy more green monster faces, and I'm going to probably gather some stuff up for my green monsters today. I do want the kids to be able to make their own monsters today, so whether it's green, purple, pink, yellow, I want them to create their own monster, and then we can fill out go away like big pink monster, and I can put their name on the back, and I think that would be really cute. So we will see how that works today. Also, a bunch of my preschoolers here still have to make their green monster in general, so we'll be doing that as well. And I will check in with you guys later on today, and hopefully I'll have some to show you. Hello, my friends. It is the end of the day, finally, even though today was not a rough day at all, because I feel like half of my kids were absent today, and I didn't get to see them. So that was kind of a bummer. But the day did go well for what it was. I had a couple of really good breakthroughs with some of my tougher kids today, which was really exciting because I know that it takes a lot of work and just kind of working on the same stuff, and they finally just got it. Even if just for a little bit and just for that one time, it made me feel really good that they had it and they were able to do some of the stuff. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to work with them because I see them again tomorrow. So hopefully we can continue on and continue to have positive things that are happening. I have been brainstorming some ideas for Thanksgiving activities and kind of going along with the books that I have. I'm thinking about doing a pumpkin pie activity, like a craft activity, especially with my little kids. I think that that's a really good natural way for them to request items and make their wants and needs known, whereas it's kind of tougher when you're doing a book or playing a game. Because it kind of gets into turn-taking and things of that nature. But in crafts, it's kind of like I will withhold something and I'll give it to everybody else, and then they kind of look around and see that everybody else has one, and that prompts them to say, like, I need this. And if it needs to be a little bit more, I can ask them, like, oh, what do you need? Or do you need one too? And, like, I'll have them tell me what it is. So I do like to do crafts and stuff with the little ones, especially for roles like that. The thankful things that I want to touch on as far as thankful books and things that I'm thankful for to go along with the stories that I rented from the library. There's also another story, I think it's called Turkey Trouble, where the turkey dresses up as all different things so that he's not eaten for Thanksgiving. I feel like that's the premise of the story. Correct me if I'm wrong, I've never actually read it. But I know that's really cute, and a lot of kids like to do that and usually do an activity where you dress the turkey up and then you make it into something else. So I'm thinking about maybe working on that. I'm also thinking about doing like a functional social activity for like shopping and like getting food and making the grocery list. I'm still on the hunt for flyers, just for, you know, regular grocery stores. I like to use those a lot so they can pick out foods and things of that nature and kind of make their own like Thanksgiving plate. I do have a jumbo size Thanksgiving plate that I made back in one of my grad school things, and I love it, but I lost, I think, most of the pieces. I think I have mashed potatoes like lying around someplace, but I lost all of the other pieces, and I'm mad because I really liked it, and I kind of got to pick different foods and put it on their plate, and it's probably like the size of a poster board, if not a little bit bigger. So I might see if I can touch on that. Those are kind of just the things that are going on in my head. I probably won't. I was thinking about going to Target today to get a cart for my little area over yonder because it's a mess, and it's a student desk right now and it's just not working. In other news, I forgot to mention, they did move my room for Fun Fair, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But what happened was that all of the teachers that are in this hallway ended up signing up to do the haunted house this year down in the auditorium, so there will not be anybody in this hallway except for me. So it was very kind of them to want to move me so that, you know, the fear was that nobody would come down this hallway anyway and that I wouldn't get very many people, so I'm super appreciative of that. The only problem is that I made everything to fit in my room, being that my room is as tiny as it is and cozy as I like to put it. So like the backdrop that I made was exactly the width, you know, enough, and I bought enough tablecloths and kind of items to black out in here. I bought string lights and things, just enough to kind of fit and light up this small space. And the rooms that they put me in, or any other room that I would be in, is probably, I want to say 8 to 10 times bigger than this room. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but I will let you guys know once I figure it out, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. I just got in to work. I brought in half of the things for Fun Fair, so I brought in my tubs and the kryptonite ball, all of the tablecloths and the garbage bags and everything of that nature. I still have to bring in the tinfoil balls tomorrow, as well as the backdrop, so the cityscape. But I did half and half. I brought half in today just to make it a little bit easier on myself. And I did get my rolling cart yesterday, so I'm hoping today, after I stop seeing kids and I finish my last session, I'm going to go out to my car and grab that. Could not get it in this morning just because I had all of the other stuff. So I am rocking and rolling for that. Last night I made a bunch of Thanksgiving food clip art, so I have my computer to continue that today. Also, I have to find a Halloween book for Monday and Tuesday of next week, and I think that's pretty much it. trying to tie up all the loose ends for this week and kind of get ready for a fun fair. I didn't do my costume last night, so I do have to do that tonight when I get home, but that's pretty much the last of it, I think. So, and then I'm going to spend tomorrow, the latter half of the day, taping together all of the garbage bags so that I can just put them up once I get into the classroom, and hopefully that will be enough and we will be good to go and fun fair will go off without a hitch. I did move my room, like I said, to right next to my friend's room. It is upstairs, so I have less of a chance of running out of the kryptonite tinfoil balls because I only did make 200, and I felt like being by the front door as soon as everybody walked in, I would probably be one of the first stops, and everybody would, you know, want to grab it, and I would probably run out way sooner than I would if I only, or if I was upstairs. So they were super nice and changed that. They can't change it on the maps, but I'm sure people will be able to tell that my room is something when they're walking by and they're going to the Frankenstein's lab, so I'm hoping it works out just as well as it did last year. Today we are doing mostly the candy grab activity. I think I only have 2 groups that are doing something different. We're probably going to do Play-Doh as well as draw your own monster face for the other 2 groups, but the rest of my friends are doing the candy grab activity just because it is all-inclusive, so they really seem to enjoy it. I think I'm also probably going to carry it over into Monday and Tuesday of next week because there were a lot of kids that wanted to keep playing all of this week, and I see them on Monday and Tuesdays. So I told them that I would extend it, especially since Tuesday is Halloween. So hopefully that will work out well, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to go finish prepping for the day and kind of organize the game from yesterday because it's still on the table, a mess. And I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Oh, goodness. Whew. Okay, so I am back from the other school now, and I'm super out of breath because I just lugged the rolling cart up to my room, but I think I'm going to assemble that now, so hopefully I can fix up that area, but goodness, I'm out of shape. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. I'll show you guys the one that I ended up picking out. I was watching, oh no, I can't remember. I was watching, who was it? The Lettered Classroom, and over the summer she had actually done a review on the 3 rolling carts that they have available, the one from IKEA, the one from Target, and then the one from Michael's. And Target kind of overall came in second place, and the reason why I went with that one, aside from the fact that I don't have an IKEA super close to me, is that the IKEA one she had mentioned had rounder curves for the baskets so that not everything fit in super well, and that these were more square. This was also on sale for $25 rather than $29.99, so I just went to my Target and I picked one up. I think it should be perfect for what I need it for, but I'll show you guys it in a second and then we will put it together. Okay, so here is what the cart looks like. It says it comes with everything, so I'm really hoping it does. I have an Allen wrench someplace, but I don't think it would be this size. And my kids' chairs. Kids' chairs are in the way. So here is what the cart looks like. It's not too heavy. I was able to carry it up, but like I said, I'm also super out of shape. So we are going to put this together, and hopefully it'll be sturdy enough and we can transfer out that whole area over there because it's just disgusting. But yeah, hopefully this doesn't take too long to put together. finally finished putting together the rolling cart, and here it is. It actually is super sturdy, but you did need a screwdriver, which I do not have here. I was able though to just screw them in and then use a medium-sized binder clip to get the trays the rest of the way in, so there is that. It seems pretty good quality. The tray kind of jiggles up and down a little bit, but I'm not putting super heavy stuff in here. Hopefully this will hold up and we can kind of just take out that tray or the table that's over there because it's a little cluttered. So we're gonna go do that now. I'm still so out of breath. We're gonna go do that. It is finally the end of the day. I'm checking back in with you guys now. I have been cranking out my Thanksgiving stuff. I can't believe I'm already starting Thanksgiving stuff already. It makes me so sad. It's not even Halloween yet. Anyway, I've been working on some Thanksgiving things and some clip art. I've actually done quite a bit today. I'm kind of proud of myself. Wasn't expecting to do it in that timely of a manner. I also found a book for Halloween next week for my groups, which is perfect because we're doing the letter H, and the book is called Alpha Oops. H is for Halloween. I'm also going to bring 10 Timid Ghosts with me because they live in a haunted house, so I'll also let the kids pick. So if they want to read this book, we can read this one. If they want to do 10 Timid Ghosts, we can do an activity based on that. But that sets me up for next week, which I was kind of stressing about. So I'm glad I found this. That's all I pretty much have for today. I am going to pack up and head down to my friend's room just so I can do some more prep for Fun Fair, like I said, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Good afternoon, my friends, and happy Friday. I am coming at you a little bit later today. It is, in fact, the afternoon after lunchtime. Good afternoon, my friends. Happy Friday. I am getting here a little bit late today because my morning was crazy. I had an IEP and I was just running around trying to get stuff done for Fun Fair tonight, and my room is a hot mess full of stuff, but we are pretty good, I think. I think I got to finish everything before the day started, and we're just gonna have to hope for the best as far as when 3:30 comes and I'm actually able to get into my friend's classroom and start setting up. So fingers crossed that goes off without a hitch, because we kind of don't have any other choice. But other than that, today has just been a lot of paperwork and getting stuff ready for next week and just kind of getting all of that stuff set up because we will be here pretty late tonight, and I'm hoping that I can get everything finished so I don't have that much to do over the weekend, although I am learning that I do have to take a trip out because we're making mummies next Monday and I need paper towels because I don't have any. So I already have to go out. But yeah, we are pretty much all set for Fun Fair, so I'm excited about that. I have a couple of things around here, although you can't really get much of a gist of what it's supposed to look like, but I will show you. Here is the cityscape that I did, as well as mugglefish on the floor. On top of the chairs are all of the tablecloths that I duct taped together, and in here are the esteemed kryptonite tinfoil ball prizes. In each of these there is a little green gem of kryptonite, so those are what the kids are going to get. I have to tape this up somehow in my friend's classroom this afternoon. My costume is over there on the rolling cart. We will hopefully be able to get this all set up in a timely manner. Hey guys, I'm feeling like the overhead lighting is real rough, so I apologize for that, but we just wrapped up Fun Fair and I am cleaning everything up to go home. I am super exhausted and super tired, but it was really great. All the kids came out. It was a huge success, a big turnout again. This was actually our 40th year, so super excited about that. But I just wanted to check in and let you guys know that it went well and my Greek goddess costume held up phenomenally, so I'm happy about that. Except for the cape's a little bit heavy, but it's fine. But yes, that'll be it for this week. Thank you as always so much for sticking with me, and I will see you guys next week.